Hello and welcome to the inside of my van. This is the first video I've done since returning to health, or at least I feel better. I don't know if I've returned to health, but I certainly feel as though I'm better now. And I'm using my mobile phone, which is why it's at this curious angle, and you can see the ceiling, and you'll see that there's no longer any wallpaper on it if you followed the motorhome rebuild from 3 years ago. Anyway, the paper didn't stay up there, and so I've still got the temporary work done on it. And as they say in German, no job is as temporary as no job is as permanent as a temporary one. Now, I've got some really good news here. At least I think it's really good news. You might think it's just a completely pointless bit of news, but I think it's really good. Is that Caravan Salon is going to go ahead, and there's a slight caveat to this story, in as much as the German government, alongside the German states, so Germany's a federal country, like the United States, for example, and they have decided not to permit any mass gatherings until the 31st of August. Now, the bad news here is that the off-road fair Abenteuer und Allrad is clearly not going to take place as a result of this. However, the good news is that Caravan Salon can go ahead. Now, it was supposed to start around the 28th, 29th, something like that. But nonetheless, it's now been put back 1 week, so it is definitely going to go ahead. And let's have a look at some of the reasons why. So the effects. I'll just read what I've got here. So the effects of coronavirus COVID-19 and the joint decision taken by the German government and the German states to prohibit major events until 31st of August 2020, as a matter of principle, also have an effect on Caravan Salon 2020. Which was scheduled to start on the 20th of August. Messe Düsseldorf, together with the Caravaning Industrie Verband, CIVD, that is a caravaning, like the RV association. They're the organisers, if you like, and sort of together with Messe Düsseldorf. So the two of them decided to postpone it by 1 week. So it's going to kick off on the 5th of September. If you're a professional, you can get in on the 4th. So I'll be turning up on the 3rd, because I like to get there before anybody else does. Thankful for the cooperation of all partners in this special situation, Werner M. Dornscheidt, President and CEO of Messe Düsseldorf, says, in close consultation with the Caravaning Industrie Verband, major exhibitors and many other partners, we have succeeded in agreeing on these new dates. We are happy to help all partners involved reliably plan with this joint decision. Needless to say, we are also in close contact with the hospitality sector and all the industries and trades affected by the reschedule, with a view to coming up with a viable solution. What I have to point out here is that with any event, you have to have places for people to stay. This is why Las Vegas, for example, is a great place for a convention center, because there's plenty of places for people to stay. And when people aren't gambling, they've probably studied this. They work out when the hotels are a bit empty. They because people aren't gambling, they have the conventions and things like that. Now, in the case of Düsseldorf, it's largely on things like this, so they have to make sure it doesn't clash with anything else. Incidentally, if you're in the UK, you have the political conference season, so they normally got one or two places, Blackpool or Brighton, and this sort of or somewhere like that, and they do it off season. So again, it shows how they arrange for hotels. Now, you may be thinking, why do people go to a hotel for an RV event? Well, yes, I agree with that. In fact, it's only the hardcore that bother to turn up in a van like me, because most people just can't be bothered. They just go to a hotel. And I've even asked people. Now, in a way, I can understand it. If you're a manufacturer and you don't turn up in a van, it's because you haven't got any vans for people to turn up in. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, if it's a small manufacturer, you probably don't have spare vans lying around. But the bigger companies, who I would have expected to have one or two vans lying around, I have never once met anyone who went in their own van and slept in the van. So anyway, as I often say, the RV people aren't RV people. It's only the likes of us, the hardcore. Anyway, right, so obviously this decision to hold the event depends on nothing else happening, so there won't be a second wave or something of that nature, and and obviously things could change, so we have to bear that one in mind. One thing I'd like to point out from the point of view of the planners as well is that I was due to go to Berlin to the what's it called, the Berlin event, International Tour, ITV, that's it, and that is the biggest tourist event in the world. Tourist now, because this is RV, so for some reason it doesn't count the same thing. 130,000 people going there. I was told not to go at 10 in the evening, the day before I was due to go. And I was in the same country. I was in Germany. So you can imagine what it was like for people who were in, for example, the Cook Islands or something like that. Anyway, so let's get on with this. So the big boss, Mr. Dornscheidt, says that the safety and health of our visitors, exhibitors and employees will, of course, also be our highest priority at the upcoming event. Now, that's very good, because normally it's making money. Appropriate precautions are being developed and taken in partnership with the Caravaning organization. Düsseldorf Exhibition Centre continues to be characterized by a high degree of hygiene as well as good medical care. Now, I can confirm that there is good medical care, because in 2008, now I used to run a packaging magazine. It's a magazine about packaging. And I was at a plastics event called K in October of 2008, and I had a major problem, or not major, but it was quite a very painful problem in my knee, meniscus, I think that's the word. It's sort of like a suspension thing you've got inside your knee. Anyway, it was really very, very painful, and I couldn't walk, and I went there. Somebody said, look, there's a medical centre here, so I went into the medical centre. They saw me, and I went twice, in fact. I went back the next day. And first the doctor said I needed to have an operation, and then the lady said, look, it's your age, you can't expect things to work as though you were 20. And anyway, I can say now it is working again, as though, well, not quite as though we're 20, but it is working again. No pain, no nothing, but that was probably due to my doctor in the UK. Anyway, I just wanted to point that one out, so if you get ill, you can be seen to by them. So if you need some medical care or something like that, just turn to Messe Düsseldorf, and then take care of your medical problems as well while you're there. Not bad for whatever the entrance, 35 quid or whatever the entrance fee is. I thought what it is now, 35, or is it 15 euros? I can't remember. Anyway, never mind. Right. So Messe Düsseldorf is also examining concept adaptations in order to be able to implement the necessary security measures for holding a leisure fair with public access. This brings me on to the point, actually, of how you're going to maintain social distancing. I mean, actually, this is great for me, because I'm trying to film the vans. I'm in there first. And so I get there first. If there's social distancing, I won't have people coming in, interrupting me during the filming. So, hey, it's all pluses here so far. And another thing which happened, which I want to point out, I went to the fair at Munich, and I also heard about the one in Essen, which is in the middle of February. And that was okay. The COVID emergency was by then quite wide. It was in Italy. I think Lombardy was already closed, and anyway, the attendance at these two events in Germany was half of what had been the previous year. I hadn't been to Munich before, so I got nothing to compare it with. So anyway, so the Association Caravaning Industrie Verband welcomes the postponement of the trade fair and stresses its pivotal role as a platform for the entire industry. So if you meet anybody from the Caravaning Industrie Verband, do stress to them that you know about their pivotal role in the industry, right? So I'm sure they'll be very grateful for that. Caravan Salon is not only the world's largest public trade fair for leisure vehicles and accessories, but also the most important B2B event for the caravanning industry. Our form of holiday has enjoyed enormous popularity for years, which, as we are currently finding out, has become even more firmly established, especially in these times. It's therefore all the more important to offer all exhibitors an outstanding presentation platform for their innovations, products and services at Caravan Salon, says Daniel Onongoviraso, Managing Director of Caravaning Industrie Verband. So anyway, I'm very pleased at this. I hope you are too. And thanks for watching. I'm sorry this is in sort of low quality film. I can't do it HD because I can't get it uploaded because of my current internet situation. Thanks very much for watching.